And the cruelest game in the world award goes to... Hello, it's me again. I handled last time great. After stopping recording, I proceeded to consume an entire liter of chocolate ice cream and 2 full bags of chips, one of which was economy-sized. Edited till 3 a.m., didn't get to sleep till about 5. This wasn't last night, by the way. This was like 3 nights ago, but I'm still feeling the effects of it. My sleep hasn't recovered since. I'm just over here doing great, so... We should play more Danganronpa. On a less auto-pitying note, though, this game is brilliant and I hate it. This is just some random notes I have collected in my old journal here. Kyoko turned blue when she saw her video, or so she appeared to, which is like the first time I've ever seen her afraid of anything visually. And she mentioned being scared of what she's already lost as opposed to what she has to lose, like the others. Although I no longer have anything to lose. That's not true. I don't want Makoto and Kyoko and Yasuhiro and most of them to die. I have them to lose, but... Anyway, so I wondered either maybe that means her video was less of a threat and more of, like, something awful already having happened to her, which would support my theory that she was, like, a vigilante trying to pursue the mastermind. Theories abound about the correspondent, by the way, so it seems or my theory was right that it's a student, chances are, because the way they were talking to that person made it sound like they were part of the killing game here. Kyoko kind of makes the most sense at the moment, although... I guess I can't really rule out Junko because of what a weird character that is otherwise, Celeste because of what a weird character that it is otherwise, and Byakuya, but I don't think it's Byakuya. I feel like Byakuya is meant to be like a persistent rival in this, but not because he's actually part of this whole scheme, but because he's the exact kind of mind the scheme is meant to elicit distressing behaviors from. But as I say, I'm conflicted on this game. It's clear from the start that not all the students are going to survive, and most of them will die. The thing is, this game out-Fire Emblem's Fire Emblem, because the whole thing about Fire Emblem is that you get attached to the characters through what they can do for you in gameplay, but also because of the little cute story sequences they go through together, such that when one of them permadies, you feel like a total ass. That's like the MO of Fire Emblem. But, because in most of their cases, only die when you cock it up, you can just load your save and not cock it up next time. But of course, because they're ingrained into the story in this game, it's inevitable, as far as I can tell. So on the one hand, it executes that thing I've always chased in Fire Emblem games, where I get attached to characters because I have to for the gameplay and because they're most of the story. Better than Fire Emblem because I'm actually forced to watch some of them die. I can't just get better at the game and then they're all fine. All the ones on my team, anyway. It certainly makes the deaths sting more. I felt the sting from Sayaka, alright, and Chihiro probably more than the majority of deaths that I've ever encountered in Fire Emblem games. Making the Fire Emblem comparison because that's my best basis for a game where you're supposed to build with supports with characters who will then be out of the story forever, potentially. At the same time, though, the gambit they've pulled here is such that they try to make all of the characters good and interesting such that you actually give a crap when one of them gets the axe. But I fear that, as chance may have it, if they pick your favorites in the first 2 chapters, they've kind of brought out the emotional big guns by taking my darling Chihiro away from me, and Makoto and everyone else, but mostly importantly away from me. And I don't know that I'll ever reach the nadir of his death again in this game, so I'm not uninvested, but I suspect I will be less invested in almost everything that comes. Again, not that I don't love Makoto and Yasuhiro and Kyoko and all them jokers. I want to see them all get it through this, and they won't. So I'll be sad again, I'm sure, but Chapter 2 kind of fucked me up in a major way, so I'm like, is it likely that they will get to that point where I down an entire thing of ice cream again in one night? Probably not. And not even one night, it was like 7 minutes. I necked the whole thing, but enough about that. But that, of course, is only comes to pass if your favorites happened to be the one they axed first, so I wondered if maybe they just assumed they were killing off the less maximal favorites first, and they were trying to kill them in the order of one they think you care about the least to the most, but that can't be, because they made Chihiro the best. They must have known he was going to be some people's favorite. To be clear, that's not a criticism of the game yet, because I haven't got to those points. Maybe I will be just as torn up as when Chihiro got it. When Yasuhiro gets it, I'm not going to be happy when Sakura gets it. She better not. She better be one of the... I don't know how many characters survive these. I started out with the assumption it was going to be like 5 survive. because I assumed it was going to be we lose 2 per chapter. 5 chapters is about how long each Ace Attorney game is. These games are meant to be, I think, comparably long-ish. So it was like 5 or 6 chapters. But then, now that we're saying there can be multiple victims and stuff, and people can get killed by the violations of the rules as well, I don't know. I don't know how many are going to make it out. I'm, of course, still not completely without hope that this is all just like some intricate VR simulation, and we're all being kept in like Matrix test tubes. And this is just like a simulation and some really messed up government psychology experiment to be like, what happens if we kill the best character in the game? Having brought that up for the 8th time already, I assume that one of the talking points being gotten at in the story here is one of those, what's the point in making human connections if you know it's all gonna go away type tropes. Because, of course, it's incentivized both in gameplay and narrative that you make the connections with them, even though you know full well they're not all going to make it. And I feel like it's working up towards, even if it's not going to outright say this, it's working towards an overall narrative of understanding that, while not on that scale, is how life actually goes, in that we make connections with people that we will not see to the end of both of our lives. So thank you, Sexpo Bomb, for making me think about death and get sad and stuff. But as I say, the game is striking a fair enough balance that I'm not, like, totally uninvested in what's going on, a la Last of Us 2. I'm so sorry to keep picking on you, Last of Us 2. I don't actually really dislike you. I think you're an alright game. But you are just like the perfect scapegoat for whenever I need to explain something and I haven't prepared anything about how I got uninvested in narrative, because I got so uninvested in your narrative when characters continued to make the most illogical choices possible, all in the service of just being as angry as possible for the maximum amount of screen time, so that the game could win a million awards at the Game Awards. It hasn't quite hit Last of Us 2 levels of so many bad things happen in a row without pause and without the game even slightly holding its tongue in its cheek, that I can't take any of it seriously. And all I can think is, how the hell has not one of these people gone, hey, we should stop this and just go home and fucking lie down for a minute? Because I think we're losing our minds a bit. Anyway, my last note is I wonder what we're going to do for security with Mondo gone. I guess someone else will have to take a post with Sakura. But probabilistically speaking, we are getting much closer to said person also being a killer. And in fact, if anyone was thinking of killing, now would be an opportune time to slot themselves in as security. All the thoughts I've been thinking, and now that I've wasted your time for a million hours, let's play the game again or something. I don't even know what I'm going to do for my free time. I guess we'll go hang out with Sakura. I need a big, strong woman to comfort me. It's the only way. Not that big, strong women are lovely. I don't object to petite men, Chihiro, if you're listening. But never mind that. I assume this is Makoto crying. No, it's Aoi, sorry.
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore.
You know what? I'm with you there.
Out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
And no one wants that, of course. Donuts! I need to eat some donuts! That'll cheer me up. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donut holes, malasadas.
Okay.
I don't know what a malasada is. Oh god of donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter! Oh, I'm playing... Oh, sorry, I thought it was gonna make me do it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule, but right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. Wait, please tell me you're going to the warehouse for them and not the dining hall?
Huh?
What's that sound? I can't tell if it's like gunfire in the very distance through like insulated pads or if it's like radio. It sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse. Sorry, is a line that I didn't say.
But...
It's like someone talking on a walkie-talkie or something? Or someone's walkie-talkie, like, coming through? I'm super scared, but... Is someone there? A Next Generation Legend, stand tall, galactic hero. Let's not pretend Chihiro's disembodied head wasn't just floating in a locker there, the one locker that's always been open. What the hell was that? See? Proof. It's undeniable proof that it's all a VR dream and Chihiro's gonna be fine. Honestly, even if... I don't even know, man. If it does turn out that this is all some kind of VR thing and they're all actually alive. I mean, obviously that'll be better, that Chihiro's fine, but like... I think I'll still be pissed. They decided that it was okay for me to go through that. And it feels selfish to say that, because I'm sure someone else's favorite got axed at a time already that wasn't Chihiro. I'm sure Leon was someone's favorite, or Sayaka, or Junko, or Mondo. I liked Mondo a fair bit as well, and Sayaka. Didn't really get to know Leon and Junko. But anyway, that was unquestionably strange. But the characters who show up on the little title screen thing, the chapter title, don't necessarily have much to do with the trial. Yasuhiro and Byakuya were the ones who showed up in the last one. The morning after the conclusion of the second class trial, everyone met up in the dining hall just like always. And I expected it to start like any other day. That's what I expected, but... Oh, today's count kind of sucks, huh? Toko and Byakuya still refuse to show up. And I haven't seen Miss Asahina anywhere. She said her stomach was hurting, so she's taking it easy in her room for today. Oh. That is rather unusual for her. Normally she is so full of energy. Which is exactly what makes me worry. So it's just the 7 of us then. It looks that way. It's times like this where the committee chairman needs to get things going with a bang! I don't think he's in any mood, man. Or not. Taka hasn't said a word since everything that happened yesterday. One look at his face showed he hadn't slept a wink last night. It must be because of Mondo. Two of them became so close, and then he finds out Mondo killed Chihiro. And then having to watch Mondo get punished. Nothing he could do about it. I can't even imagine what it must have done to him. Yeah, poor Kiyotaka too. Oh.
So, I mean, what's gonna happen now? We haven't found any way out, and we have no idea if help's ever gonna come. No, I'm depressed just thinking about it.
We simply have to make the best of things, do our best to get along and live here together in peace. Forget about the outside world and accept this new life. That is the only hope we have now.
What? To live here forever?
Here we have every convenience. We have food, clothes, our every need is seen to. Why are you dissatisfied? The fact that you're even asking, Celeste, really freaks me the hell out. In fact, let me ask you this. That's not a question. What is it about the outside world that you long for? Again, the fact that you have to ask.
Is that okay?
Competition, discrimination, victimization, and violence. As society grows, so does its perversion. I'm sorry, is competition not your favorite thing in the world? In which case, is our current situation not...
Demon Angel, pretty pudgy princess!
Huh? Here we go.
Maggie, the drill shop owner, the bunny-eared Amazon cat girl dog boy, Robo Justice the Galactic King, and what I mean is there's no 2D here!
There's nothing to be done.
The mastermind puts such base desire to their advantage, bending you to their will. No. Okay, well, anyway, since Taka's catatonic, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. Are you confident Sakura's not older than the average high score? And some of the other ones as well, but alright. So, we're all gonna work together and spend the rest of the day searching the school.
Searching?
I'm right.
Well, I mean, since the class trial is over and all, there should be new places for us to investigate. Yeah, that's the ticket. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue this time. Then once we're done eating, let's split up and begin looking around. Do you have any problem with that, Celeste? There may well be a discovery waiting for us which may further enrich our life here.
No, the point is to look for clues.
And just as we were starting to come together, she barged in and ruined the conversation.
Genocide! Ah! Nobody called for you!
What the? How come it's Genocide Jill, not Toko?
God, this place is just amazing! Finally a place I can just be a murderer self! Which is why I decided to stop holding back and spread my wings! No more hiding in a cave for me! Plus, I'm in a battle to fight! The whole killer with a split personality thing is so overdone! I gotta destroy that stereotype! I'll fight all day and night to murder those totally slanderous cliches!
But you are a killer with a split personality.
If she weren't here, my chances of survival would go up at least 10%! Come on, you gotta back me up here! Even the biggest stars need the little people to hold them up!
Well, whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach.
You're right. Could you pass the Mondo butter? Let's hurry up and eat so we can start our investigation.
Tell you what, that actor's got an amazing villain laugh. Gets more awesome every time I hear it.
So we were forced to eat breakfast with a murderer, and after our much-needed but very annoying meal, we set to work looking around the school.
I gotta say, though, I was fully expecting it was Toko after a point, because I was like, there's no way they're just gonna let this Genocide Jill thing become normal. But of course, I should have seen that coming. So now that the chapter's changed, we should find coins all over. Because we clearly need a few more.
The display case is filled with all kinds of meat. Today it looks like Aussie beef.
I always pick meat over veggies, because I'm still in my teens, the meat teens. I think you just made that up. Coin! In a morbid sort of way, I'm excited for the next trial we get to, because I wasn't able to properly enjoy the first one because the tutorial was bad. Instead of introducing the white noise mechanic and multiple bullets, they spent like 3 of the non-stop debates making there be only one solution. When that was the part I understood the best, was using multiple bits of evidence on multiple pieces of information. To say nothing of the bullet time battle tutorial, which was not good, in my opinion. My humble opinion, it was the worst thing of this game so far. And that's including Chihiro's death. And of course I wasn't able to enjoy the second one in any capacity because of Chihiro's death. And because I had some stuff spoiled. So like, I'm partly like, the third trial has to go better than the first 2. Coin! Once again, I'm reaching coins way higher than my head. Considering I'm like 4'10" or whatever. But maybe Makoto's the ultimate acrobat. And he can just do a quadruple front flip. Grab all the coins from everywhere. Ding dong. Ding dong. Ding dong. Ding dong. This is the trash room, the dump in other words. That reminds me, whatever happened to that whole rotating cleaning duty thing? I was wondering that myself. Okay, so I guess they're just acknowledging that that is no longer an element of the mysteries. They're just saying, forget about it. So I'm gonna guess that we haven't got oh, well, I was just about to say, we haven't got the 3rd floor yet. We've got this other version of the 2nd floor, but apparently that's not it. So maybe we have got the 3rd floor. Yoink! Grab some milk after your bath. Interesting thought. A surveillance camera? What's the point of putting it in the warehouse? They even want to see who takes what? Of course they do. Don't eat the Tide Pods, everyone. I do love how they're all like, wow, most of this stuff you can't even get in the outside world, and it's all just like laundry detergent and stuff. These guys must lead a pretty miserable life outside of here as well. Now you gotta check the change drawers in all the washing machines. It's the latest drum-style washing machine. Seems powerful enough it could wash a whole person. Please don't say things like that. Makoto. Coin! It's a bunch of magazines. The gossip magazine this time is different from before. I wonder if someone brought it from somewhere else. I didn't notice it being different. That school swimsuit's still hanging out to dry. I feel like it's been there forever. Maybe it belonged to someone who's already been killed? Well, it was there before we all got here, I'm fairly confident. So the only one it could be is the 16th student. Dr. Popper's my favorite, but I don't have it here. Can't stand fizzy drinks myself, but more power to you. But also, hey. Why was Chihiro's head in a locker? Lockers. There's nothing out of the ordinary about them. Okay. Maybe that has something to do with our next motive. Here's the massage chair. It's pretty old. Also, how did Makoto... I guess just because he wasn't there for long, but he entered the sauna. Maybe the sauna wasn't on when he entered it with his e-handbook. This bathtub is huge. It almost feels like a full-on hot spring. And there was I just found a coin somewhere in it. The battle the two of them had here played its own part in what happened. Just stop it. There's no point thinking about it now. Sweet. I was kindly told by, I think it was Green River in the comments, thank you very much for that, that at some point in the Mono machine, we may receive a bucket and a mop or something like that. And apparently that's not something we should give away, because there will be an optional scene later that occurs if you have it. I don't know why I went back here. So, we should all bear that in mind, I guess. Thank you for that note. Although I can't imagine anyone whom I would have given it to anyway, so if I had ended up with it, I probably would have held onto it inadvertently. Thinking about it. Handbooks for everyone who's died so far have been placed inside. Okay, so that makes it sound like it's been updated. As in, its stock has. Oh, the nurse's office is open. It's open. So I guess now we can get in here, too? I never liked the look of this place. Oh, but it genuinely is just like a normal nurse's office, I suppose. Well, that gives us more information for the next cadaver, I suppose, with all these scanning instruments, well, provided we know how to use them. Which I certainly don't. Is this a fridge with like human organs in it? A refrigerator. Must use to keep drugs and stuff cold. And coins, apparently. It's a normal trash can. There's nothing inside, so I don't really need to spend any more time thinking about it. I'm surprised the trash can is the thing you're most concerned about, not all this stuff hanging from the ceiling. Well, that's interesting. I guess if there are any anesthetics or anything in there, you could really mess with the circumstances of someone's death. Chaos hero.
Could it be?
Nothing's changed on this floor. The only difference is the gate block of the stairs leading up to the 3rd floor is gone. I guess that's where they want us to head next. I wonder what kind of crazy stuff is up there. There better not be a big old computer lab, Byakuya. What are you doing here, Byakuya? Isn't it obvious? I'm reading.
Come on.
I was hoping I wouldn't be bothered in a place like this. Sorry. Anyway, it looks like everything's been returned to normal here. Coffee stains on the carpet are gone, the bikini model poster's back. It's just like with Sayaka. Monokuma must have done it. No, it was not obvious to me at all that you were reading in the locker room, actually. I didn't realize that this drawing of Monokuma, it's like a realistic bear. Okay, I just found out something weird about the controls. I was wondering why sometimes I would click and it would skip through like this, and sometimes when I'm like mashing, it like doesn't skip it. Wait, never mind. No, it is doing it. Okay, no, it's just completely random. Never mind, there's no rule. I thought it was because I had my mouse in the corner of the screen that it was less open to me skipping through it with the left click, but no, it's just completely and utterly random when it decides to not do it. It's a document about the secret council revealing the kind of truth a commoner shouldn't go near, so I guess I better not. I'm definitely interested in the truth surrounding a presidential assassination, but if it means someone comes after me, nope, I'll leave it where it is, thank you very much. The shelf is filled with investigation reports revolving around different cold cases. Doesn't seem all that useful right now. There's the desk lamp. I think its part in all this is at an end. I sure hope you're right. Wooden box is still empty. Again, we've kind of been cheaping out on the coins here, Monokuma. Hey, excuse me, if I could draw everyone's attention to the lack of a laptop on this desk? That doesn't make me happy. No, not at all. Kyoko, what did you do with the laptop? Oh, here we go. The third floor with us. I hope it's at least a little smaller. There's no chance it is going to be, is it? The third floor of Host Peak Academy. Wonder what we're going to find this time. What's up here? Oh, actually, it is a wee bit smaller. I somehow walked out and then, like, turned around here for some reason. Rec room, it looks like it's got a... I guess, is that meant to be a target or a dartboard? Oh my god, another warehouse, a museum? Simply terrifying. A third warehouse, and... I have no idea what that room could be. The space room? The communications room? The entire city room? Oh my god, don't be like... what if it's like a model of the city that we're in? More classrooms. Getting tired of this! Something about my nose? Rub my nose? I didn't see what the line at the bottom said. I don't look at the clock too much these days. I mean, what's the point? I guess this is me getting used to being here, huh? It's a pretty empty feeling. Coin! Yet another metal plate. I guess I shouldn't expect to find an open window anywhere. Indeed. Sorry. Run that by me again? Something my nose. Not sure. All the strange wallpapers. Despair Squadron, Monokuma. Hello, Sakura.
So in the end...
The windows up here are also barred with metal plates. Not surprising, I suppose. So escape still looks impossible. But I'd better check all the other metal plates again, just to be sure. Guess so. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. I guess they're all over this floor, too. There's not much point in worrying about it now. I should just try to forget about it. Knowing what time it is doesn't really help me at all. Assuming I make it out of here alive, I'll never look at surveillance cameras the same way again. Just like everywhere else, the windows in this classroom are all blocked off with pieces of metal. Oh no, I really don't like this. So this is
Let's see.
a recreation room, a place for students to come and relax. I never would have imagined a school having a place like this. Well, no normal school would. It has Othello, shogi, even a dartboard and a pool table. And look at this. They have even provided us with a remarkable number of magazines.
Isn't it wonderful?
Those will certainly be helpful in keeping our boredom at bay.
Listen up!
Hello there! Allow me to expound. We've got fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, video games, baseball, science, all kinds of magazines. Oh, but nothing dirty. This is a school, after all. If you need a quick fix, check out the swimsuit mags.
So then...
And will you be adding to our collection as new issues come out?
Sorry, no can do. Even if I wanted to, right now magazines are kinda
what?
Watch out! Oops. Nothing, never mind, no. Anyway, that's it for my explanation. Bye.
Magazines are kinda hard to procure. Well, if the world outside is being thrown into turmoil by this, maybe magazines are being printed less. He seems to hint that this is affecting the world on like a global scale. What he just said. I know, right? It bothers me too.
Most unfortunate.
Life here would be that much nicer if you could add some new issues once in a while. How disappointing. Really? That's not the upsetting thing, Celeste. Hopeful Peak. Pool table isn't normal school equipment. Is this thanks to Monokuma, or did the school buy it? Actually kind of hard to say that one. It seems like the kind of thing I could expect a an arrogant school splurging on. There's a copy of Othello here. I'm pretty bad at it, though. I feel like I've played it once, and I was pretty awful at it. So would this be a line? I can scan the table also? There's a table here. It's kind of similar to the desks in the classroom, but also kind of not. I wonder if that's a clue that it's custom made by Monokuma then. A firm-looking leather couch. Looks pretty comfortable. There's even a dartboard. Did Monokuma put this here, or was it always part of the school? I do not know that answer that you seek. There are all different kinds of magazines here on the shelf. Even have a bunch of monthly comics, but without getting regular updates, what's the point? Well, they make for reading once, and it looks like we're not going to be here much longer than a few weeks before everyone's dead. This looks like some kind of bottle, but what the heck is it? Maybe it's just for decoration or something? It's Monokuma snogging a chess piece. It's a beat-up old locker. Doesn't seem especially important right now, so I don't need to open it. I'm sure that will never change. Kyoko?
It would seem...
So the 3rd floor opened up this time. After a brief investigation, it looks like there's a physics lab and an art room. I also found a huge machine of some kind in the physics lab. I wonder what it does. I guess that'll be the thing at the bottom left there. Holy, this is a bit much, this doorway, isn't it? I don't like the creepy, shadowed off like wings of that hallway either. Oh my god. At first glance, this looks like any normal art room, but something about it seems off. Or multiple somethings. The Monokuma statue and the children's drawings, for a start, that are all copy-pasted. This one's cool, though. This is a statue of Neo. I've never really heard of anyone using a Neo statue for life drawing classes or whatever. It's a locker, but it doesn't seem like there's anything inside. Do we have anything to say about the kids' drawings? Oh, okay, there are paintings lining the walls. Is this really art? This looks like a bunch of crappy graffiti to me. In and among all of this entire wall, I found a coin. My powers of observation are unmatched. I can observe anything. Even here in the art room is a monitor. It's a Venus statue. Yeah, definitely very art roomish. Is this a statue of Monokuma? Who would ever want to make something like this? Still, the quality is surprising. You don't even say. That seems like the only place that coin fits. Even here there's a surveillance camera. I should just ignore it, but I can't seem to help myself. There's something very cosmically unusual. Like, it's just a very strange human experience to see anime Hifumi standing beside a realistic likeness of a Venus statue. Hey, Hifumi.
Well, look at all this equipment. It certainly scratches that artistic itch of mine. Art supplies, of course, but they've also collected all kinds of sculpting tools.
Very well, I guess I had best to ask about that. So, Hifumi, do you like sculptures and figurines and stuff?
Yes, indeed.
Well, normally I limit myself to 2D, but figurines are like borderline 2D, so it's okay.
I don't know how that's borderline, but okay.
I'm a fan of Chirambo, Pumpkinhead, and I especially admire anything that Saburo Ronbongi makes. Chirambo's ability to express the movement of muscles is exquisite, as seen in his Mama Cat series. Pumpkinhead is like a little sculptor fairy representing this century's greatest quality. Saburo Ronbongi, meanwhile, is known for his Mecha Musume series, which led to a worldwide tour. Surely they can only be regarded as the Elite Four.
But one of your elite is missing?
Well, the Elite Three just sounds stupid now, doesn't it?
You can't blame Pokemon. It does sound pretty stupid.
Yes, indeed.
Besides, that empty seat rightly belongs to me. It begins. Today begins my reign as the legendary ruler of the next century.
I see. Well, good luck with that. At least someone's enjoying themselves. Oh my god. I don't like any of the tools in this room. This is the repository that's attached to the art room. It's used to store different artsy things. Like a big heck-off mallet, or wooden mallets hanging on the wall. If I had to guess, I'd say they use them for making sculptures. It was my thought too, but... Gosh. Is this a picture of Mondo and Leon hanging out? And Chihiro. There's something on the floor. Looks like a picture? As I stretched out my hand to pick it up, almost as if on its own my hand froze. Huh? What I saw in that picture was Chihiro, Leon, and Mondo, and they were smiling. What is this? Questions started racing through my head one after another. Why is it only these 3 people? What are they doing together? How come they're smiling like that? When was it taken? Who took it? Where's the camera they used? How did they get it developed? And in the picture, the window in the classroom, there's no metal plate covering it. Which must mean wherever this picture was taken, it wasn't here at Hope's Peak? They knew each other beforehand? Did they just not let on, or have they forgotten somehow because... I hope that doesn't mean they're involved in the conspiracy. Interesting they pick 3 students who are already dead. That's no accident. Considering there are only 5, what are the odds of that? But there's no time to find an answer. All the questions floating around my head were quickly drowned out by, of course.
That's mine, give it back!
Monaco appeared out of nowhere and snatched the photo. Any chance I had an answer's evaporated.
You beast, didn't you? Well, the adults had some pretty dazzling smiles, huh?
One of them did.
They were definitely living their school life. It's like they ripped a page right out of the Book of Youth. What's going on with that picture? Do you know? I'm not telling you nothing. Why can't you give me a straight answer?
Never mind. I don't even know why I bothered asking. Knee-jerk reaction, I suppose. Oh dear, there's like a little cart here for dollying around art. Dolly, they must use it to move all these statues around. I don't like the sound of that. And of course there's a monitor in here too. The mastermind is thorough if nothing else. Coin! This is a pretty weird shape for a third floor of a school. Murder school or no. As yet inaccessible fourth floor, as you might expect. So there's still at least one more floor. I was thinking 4 was probably the height of it. And if I'm right that there are about 5 chapters in this game, it would make sense to unlock the 4th floor next and then the other way to the 2nd floor. After that, what the hell is with this pressurized chamber looking ass door? Must be a pretty advanced physics lab if you have to, like, decondemn every time. This is the physics lab. It's less like a classroom and more like some kind of research institute. I'm starting to think this whole place is more like that. What's up with this ridiculously big machine?
Watch out! Watch out!
What?
What, you want to do some quantum leaping? That's a time machine! Pretty awesome, right? It was designed by a student right here at Hope's Peak, the ultimate physicist. Although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy.
A time machine? Seriously? So it can go back in time? Okay, then let me get in there. If I can go back to the past, then I can... This time I'll stop Moto for sure!
Oh, sorry, not possible. This particular time machine can only go back 1 minute. It comes in handy when you, like, leave your pizza bagels in the microwave 1 minute too long.
When you'd have to really sprint over here. 1 minute?
He's so disappointed! But actually, I was lying about the whole thing anyway. There's no such thing as time machines.
What?
Hey!
Honestly, it's just an air purifier.
Air purifier?
It can produce clean air no matter where you're at. With that thing, you can even live on Mars.
I mean, that's also a pretty intense invention.
Well, with the discombobulating gravity and deadly low temperatures, you probably don't want to live on Mars. Anyway, this machine is just the reason you guys have all this delicious air. So don't go messing with it. You break it, and that's your butt.
Wait, what would happen otherwise? Just the air would get stagnant? Or you're saying there's like toxic chemicals about otherwise? This huge thing is just an air purifier? And more than that, to go out of your way to say something you know will hurt someone who's already suffering. God damn you.
Hey, we can't talk, let's check it out. That's pretty cool, huh?
Mrs. Phelan's camera here too, of course. This machine obviously has some kind of purpose, but I don't know anything about physics to begin with, so I wouldn't have a clue where to start with this. About as much as I know, another digital camera. This one with a huge sticker on it. Looks like Modica got thrown into a blender with what's-her-face from Engage. The one with the weird Who hair. Hortensia or whatever her name is. Oh, it's a digital camera. It's got some kind of weird anime style design on it. It's kind of beat up, but it looks like it still turns on just fine. Yeah, it still works. I should show the others later. Oh, that's just mine. Cool. Just take stuff, why don't you? It surely doesn't belong to anyone. They must use these for physics experiments and stuff. Materials, pulleys, steel plates, magnets, and all kinds of stuff I don't even recognize. Except for that, I recognize that. There's a monitor here too, naturally. Taka, buddy. Hey, Taka, do you think this place is like some kind of research institute? So no reaction. Fuck, man. My man is like crazy traumatized right now. And even though I'm just playing a video game, on some degree I relate. I worry about him. Hey, Jill. This is the equipment room. It's super disorganized and there's a strange chemical smell in the air.
This place is so relaxing, so calming. The smell of formaldehyde is almost unbearable. It's so tempting. I just want to dump myself right in it.
Of course, an inside Jack likes it. This goes to show how disgusting it really is. Discovered lots of stuff and it was all strange, but I don't know if any of it was an actual clue. I didn't get a chance to look around the room yet. I'm just getting more confused. Maybe I should head to the dining hall and talk about it with everyone else. For now, I should head to the dining hall. Man! Probably missing all kinds of coins up there. Hina! When I got back to the dining hall, the first thing I noticed was... Hina? I tried to talk to her, but my voice was immediately drowned out by the others as they rushed into the dining hall. Huh? I thought she was sick or something! Everyone rushed past me and crowded around Hina. Being surrounded by everyone like that, Hina looks really uncomfortable.
Are you feeling better already? Yeah, I ate a few donuts and that really helped a lot.
You do love those donuts. But wasn't it your stomach that was hurting?
Well, my stomach kind of made me hungry, so You know, I guess my memory's kind of fuzzy lately. They say the goldfish will eat however much food you give it, even if it's about to burst. Miss Asahina's pretty much the same, it looks like. How could you say that to someone?
Just a second.
Hey, you of all people don't have any room to talk? Anyway, I was worried about you.
Sorry.
Besides that, you... Huh? Jeez, your knockers are huge! What the heck? Did you convince them to double up on milk production? Stay away from her faint!
Anyway, first things first, we should talk about what we found, right, Taka? Right. We should do that. I want to check that room. That leaf isn't going to do any good. Okay. Ooh, I just remembered. I saw Byakuya a little while ago.
What? Where was he?
You kind of scaring me.
Where was he?
It was in the locker room. He had a huge stack of books he must have got from the library.
No.
So that's where he was hiding. I won't let him get away from me.
Of course, that's why he was there. Because she can't get in. Unless she steals a handbook, I guess.
Huh?
She just ran off.
Is she okay?
We should not concern ourselves with her. I mean, I strongly disagree with that.
Could it be?
Yeah, I totally screwed Byakuya over. I think Byakuya knew exactly what he was doing. He probably went to the boys' locker room specifically so she couldn't bother him. But again, she could just steal a handbook. It's no use.
Correct.
Kyoko? There was a rather remarkable physics lab on the 3rd floor. In the middle of the room, there was a machine bigger than anything I've ever seen before.
Well, yeah, it's apparently an air purifier.
Huh? What's something like that doing here? Is the device really that big?
I really don't get it.
I searched the entire 3rd floor, but all the windows in the halls and rooms were blocked off. I wish they'd give this a rest already for serious. Give back my bright blue skies. Just forget about it.
Impossible.
You make it sound like I dropped a nickel or something. Just to be sure, I went from one end to the other, testing each metal plate. None of them budged.
So in the end,
It would seem escape via the 3rd floor is as impossible as we feared. I see. There is one piece of good news. There just so happens to be a rec room up on the 3rd floor. I have no doubt that our student life here will be even more enjoyable because of it. Will someone join me in a game of Othello sometime? I think no. Not I, anyway.
There was an art room on the 3rd floor and it had all kinds of gear. Now I'll be able to recreate all my favorite anime characters. Oh, yeah, speaking of anime, that reminds me. I found something while I was looking around.
perhaps.
A digital camera.
That's what it seems like.
Does it still work?
Yeah, it seems fine.
No?
Well then, let's see it.
What the heck?
This thing is like a kid's toy. It looks like it can store like 5 pictures maybe. It doesn't have a timer or anything.
Well,
On top of that, its appearance seems questionable. Is this some kind of anime character? Strange.
Rude! She's not strange. She's Princess Pickles from Team Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess.
Oh, you recognize this me?
Of course I recognize it. It's a super rare prize that was given away at a bingo contest at a big anime convention. Do you have any idea how much I had to pay that guy to get my hands on it? Wait, that's my camera! What? Where did you find it?
In the physics lab.
It's my most prized possession. I brought it here with me, but I lost it the first day along with my phone.
let's see.
Why would it have reappeared in the physics lab?
However,
I wonder if maybe that means that photograph was someone else's prized possession. It would kind of make sense if it was Chihiro's.
Yeah, but look at
But then the fact that Monokuma raced to snatch it away from us. Of course, with him, it could all be mind games. Who knows?
Yeah, but look at it! You got all messed up. Like when someone steals a sticker from your collection or you buy a secondhand shirt. Well, that's it.
Huh? That's it?
It's not mint condition. I don't need it anymore.
But weren't you just saying how much it meant to you? Then, may I have it? I may be able to find some sort of use for it. If any of you would like to borrow it, please feel free to ask. I'm not sure I'm comfortable leaving it in Celeste's hands. Is that alright? I can't really imagine any of us are going to need to take any pictures or whatever. I heartily disagree. I'm sure that's going to come into play in the next murder. Yeah, true. Although I appreciate the optimism that no one else is going to get murdered. I'm going to try not to worry about these surveillance cameras for now. I will say, though, I don't have the faintest idea who's going to kill next. I'm assuming Byakuya and Kyoko are going to be some who are going to be around until about the final chapter. Byakuya seems presented as such like a persistent rival, Mr. Bad Guy Man, and Kyoko seems presented as such a consistent mentor, Miss Hero Lady. So it's kind of hard for me to imagine either of them going down before the final chapter. I've got a bad feeling someone's going to tackle Sakura next. I wasn't able to help much with the investigation, but I did make one discovery. Didn't happen to be a donut-related discovery, did it? What does that even mean? Never mind, it's about the nurse's office. Remember, there's one on the first floor, right? I remember, but it's locked.
Yeah.
Actually, not anymore.
So then.
Did you find any protein in there, or even vitamin supplements will be fine? I did look, but no dice. Just a bunch of headache medicine and over-the-counter stuff. I thought you said you were finding protein powder in the warehouse, although I guess you've maybe gone through it already.
I see.
That's disappointing. It is disappointing. Like, the end of the world's already here. I'm not sure it's that disappointing. I would do a bunch of athletes. Okay, I've heard what everyone else has to say. So now it's my turn. Hey, can I tell you guys something? I found something that's kind of been bothering me. He's surely gonna bring out the photograph.
What?
What is it? I found this weird picture in the repository. Apparently Monokuma took it. A weird picture? You mean like dirty? No, not that kind of weird. It was a picture of Leon, Mondo, and Chihiro all together.
Why?
Those three. And the three of them were laughing.
Oh.
So the three of them together laughing? When could it have been taken?
There's more. In the picture, there weren't any metal sheets covering the windows. Then the picture wasn't taken here.
Let's see.
But I don't recall hearing anything about them knowing each other before coming to this school.
You probably just imagined it. Monokuma cast a spell on you. No, I saw it, I'm telling you.
I can show you the footage if you'd like, Euphemy. But if it was taken before we got here, or after we got here, but they're all still alive! They left the school and then took that picture!
that right?
That's impossible. After all, we saw it with our own eyes. They're all dead. Either murdered or executed. And they're not the only ones. Well, both of those were murders. Monokuma killed Junko, and then there's Sayaka. That wasn't an illusion. It was real. I'm sure of it. They all died. There's no way any of them are still alive. And so we have to figure out when that picture was taken. Monokuma most likely forged it. I can't imagine any other possibility. Forged? Is that all there is to it? Stay focused, man! Don't let Monokuma's bullcrap sidetrack you! It does seem like a hard thing for someone with all the security cameras up to miss. It does seem like if we found it, it's because he wanted us to. Especially if he just happened to swoop in and pick it up right as we got there, right? What are the odds? There's no way that the only reason they noticed that photograph was there is because we happened to walk up to it. It wasn't like in a tiny corner, it was smack dab in the middle of the room. He's right, but more importantly, on another topic, there is something that has been bothering me. I would like to discuss that. Let's talk to everyone else first. What is it that's bothering Celeste? Are they all just gonna say that? Celeste said something was bothering her. What could it be? What's bothering her, I wonder? Well, there's no way to know for sure without asking her directly. Why am I even allowed to talk to anyone else?
What's bothering Miss Odenberg? That's what's bothering me!
What is she bothered by? There is also something that has been bothering me, which I would like to discuss. What's bothering you, Celeste?
Actually,
It's about Hina.
What? Me?
You said your stomach hurt, did you not? But I believe that was a lie. What really happened? It varies from person to person, but whenever someone lies, they tend to have a way of showing it. It is called a tell, something you can't hide, no matter how hard you try.
is that okay?
Whenever Hina lies, the tip of her nose just gets a little bit longer.
What? For real?
Actually, no.
Oh.
But your reaction just now confirmed it. You were lying.
That's no fair!
If you're going to lie, at least try to lie convincingly.
Hina.
Be honest. Were you lying about your stomach ache? Why would you tell her to lie better? That just makes it harder for everyone. Yes.
I see.
Why? Why would you lie about that?
Are you feeling guilty about something?
No, that's not it at all.
But
It's just, I mean, I have a reason for it. A reason? I wonder what Hina's reason is. What is this truth? The word truth was never used, Sakura. What is it you're hiding? Until we hear what her truth is, there's nothing for us to believe or disbelieve. Ino, what are you hiding?
You need to press Hina and find out what she's hiding.
Okay.
sorry.
Just figured I'd ask everyone. To be honest, I didn't have a stomachache. I did it because even if I came and told you the truth, I thought you wouldn't believe me. What happens if I just don't dry face with that? Okay, I guess that's all we need to hear about that. I barely believed it when I saw it. The truth?
No.
I saw it. Saw what? A ghost.
A ghost? You mean like that ghost?
Hey.
Is there more than one ghost?
But I mean, ghosts are... See? I told you wouldn't believe me. It's not that I don't believe you, but...
I believe you. No matter what anyone else might say, I will believe whatever you say, no matter what. No, Sakura, don't be good friends with Hina. That means one of you's gonna die. I mean, it does seem like Hina's gonna be involved in this case one way or another, since she's had so much screen time in this chapter. So, can you tell us exactly what happened? If you really mean that, Sakura, then okay, I'll tell you.
So it happened last night. I was in bed, but I couldn't get to sleep. I just kept thinking about everything that's happened up till now. I ended up just getting more upset. So to try and cheer myself up, I thought I'd go get some donuts.
Donuts again?
Honestly.
And you ignored the rule regarding nighttime.
I know, sorry. I feel really bad about that.
Anyway, please continue.
Well, so I left my room and headed for the warehouse. But then I started hearing a strange sound.
Well,
It was coming from the direction of the bathhouse. So I headed that way. The locker was halfway open, so I took a look inside. And I saw a human shape surrounded by a pale green light. There's no doubt about who it was. It was Chihiro.
No way! Ghost?
honestly.
It is simply not possible. He must be mistaken. That's a point toward this is all a simulation or some kind, or we're all like really zonked out on some major psychedelic drugs. A point toward this being some kind of weird science conspiracy anyway. Unless this game is actually just going to start introducing ghosts and stuff into the mix, which seems, I would say, unlikely. Just as in most cases of paranormal activity, it was born from your weakened mental state. Well, you were quick to disregard that. Then all we have to do is go see for ourselves, right? Let's just go to the bathhouse and see what Ina saw.
It is a waste of time. Maybe, but there's no harm in it, right? If we don't find anything, that'll be the end of it.
You're gonna go try and seek a ghost? Is that really a good idea? It might put a curse on you.
You can wait here if you want.
I don't want to be alone. Take me with you.
What are you going to do, Celeste?
There is nothing to be
I
done.
suppose I have no choice.
Alright, I guess she doesn't want to be in the bathhouse.
How about you, Mr. Ichimaru? Are you gonna wait here?
Oh.
I guess that's a yes.
My man's still seeing ghosts.
So,
It was right here. I saw it right here in the dressing room.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
La ya Cthulhu Tanya. Shut up! What if he actually shows up?
Where was it you saw Chihiro's ghost?
Well, I heard a sound, and when I opened the locker, I saw a kind of pale outline of Chihiro.
Come on, Makoto, let's hurry up and get this over with.
I opened the locker door and I saw a pale outline of Chihiro.
The locker, huh?
come on.
Yeah, Cthulhu Tanya. Hey, what are you saying? Oh, it's an ancient chant, but simply it's a kind of incantation.
And that's why I said shut up!
Honestly.
Let us hurry up and check the locker. The sooner we do that, the sooner we put this ridiculous story to rest.
So in the
Ina said she opened the locker. We better check that out.
listen,
If Ina saw something as she claims, there might be something here in the locker. Okay! You guys want me to check it, I understand, so that the ghost gets me. Although if it's Chihiro's ghost, he would never hurt me. Unless I asked him to.
Is this the locker? There was something in here.
Oh, the missing laptop.
Inside the locker's a laptop. What's something like that doing here?
I remember seeing this.
Well, that's right, I saw it in the library before. Looks like a laptop. The laptop looks pretty old and it's all covered in dust.
So,
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened.
It's broken, huh? Too bad. I mean, how did the laptop get from the library to here?
would seem.
And I guess it's in sleep mode, but the power is definitely on.
But I thought it was broken.
I would bet that Chihiro fixed it. After all, he was known as the ultimate programmer.
Then perhaps.
More importantly, you said you saw a green light, yes? Surely you did not mistake the light of the monitor for a ghost. I am surprised you were able to dress yourself in the morning.
God damn, dude! It was nighttime, and she's like hella traumatized, as we should all be, Celeste. Oh man, if I had the loves clueless girls attribute, I would have fallen in love big time just now. Hey look, we don't gotta discriminate, okay? I love super brainy scientists as much as the next gen, but I'm also happy to share my heart with someone who's a bit of a doink. Not that Hina is, I'm not saying that, but goddamn you two are ruthless, Hifumi and Celeste. I'm so glad I don't have it. Well, I didn't really expect to find a freaking laptop inside a freaking locker, okay?
hey, come on.
It's okay, I mean, anyone can make a mistake like that. As a matter of fact, one time I thought I'd spotted a gray alien, but it turned out to be a tadpole.
Don't compare what happened to me to one of your stupid delusions.
Don't be mean! I was just trying to make you feel better. What if I get all depressed forever now? In fairness, that wasn't very nice.
But listen, isn't this really strange? What's this laptop doing
In other
here?
words,
Maybe someone hid it here.
but
If that's the case, we found it pretty easy.
wrong.
Whoever put it here, I don't think they were trying to hide it from us.
What do you mean?
Hey,
Haven't you noticed? That's one big difference between this room and all the others. No security cameras? I didn't notice, actually, but now that you mention it.
Is it difference? There's no surveillance
Yes,
camera.
it's-
Precisely. There's no camera in here, which means this is the one spot where the mastermind is blind.
So you're saying someone put the laptop here so the mastermind wouldn't know about it?
It's true.
Why isn't there a security cam here either? Like, I get it's a changing room. They shouldn't have security cameras, but there are plenty of places in here that shouldn't have security cameras, like the locker rooms that do. Locker rooms in our personal rooms. And what Hina saw wasn't the ordinary glow of a computer screen. So what happens if someone gets murdered in here and Monokuma can't tell who did it? How does he know who the Blackened is? It was the figure of Chihiro, shining pale green. I think it would be best if we investigated this laptop in a little more detail. So we're theorizing it actually was broken and Chihiro fixed it. It's just like Kyoko said, the display isn't on, but the laptop definitely has power.
So then...
So first of all, we have to wake it up, right? I started hitting random buttons on the keyboard. How about the power button? And the display instantly began to glow a pale green. It's got Chihiro's face on it. There were a bunch of different icons on the desktop. There, the icon on the far left. What is it? It says alter ego? Alter ego literally means another self, I believe. In the field of artificial intelligence, it is not uncommon to create different aspects of a personality. You can consider it something like a pen name.
Makoto.
Could you let me see it, Makoto? We're gonna find all his Discord AIs, his Discord bots. With that, Kyoko moved between me and the computer. She moved the cursor over the alter ego icon, and when she double-clicked it, the screen suddenly went dark. And then a voice spoke to us. Master, you're here! Chihiro's face appeared, taking up the entire display. It's a ghost! Put in, sweet baby Jesus, save me! Calm down. It's not a ghost. Huh? Then what is it?
Anyway.
I'm sure if we just talk to it, we'll find out. Kyoko began to type, hands blurring across the keyboard. This is no doubt the voice interface that Chihiro designed on his dad's computer. Kyoko began to type, hands blurring across the keyboard. What are you? And then...
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Chihiro Fujisaki.
I always get so embarrassed introducing myself. That voice! The tone and everything! It's Chihiro.
I knew it.
Alter ego. I've heard about this kind of AI program, but I've never seen one for myself. AI program?
That's right.
It's how Chihiro earned his title of Ultimate Program. You know this, Makoto! The AI lives in a computer, and by repeating different tasks, it gains knowledge and grows bit by bit. Apparently, Chihiro used a support vector machine and reinforcement learning to develop it. Eventually, he came up with a breakthrough in artificial intelligence design. Support vector machine? Reinforcement learning?
It's true.
To put it simply, it's a learning method for computers.
If you want to know more, just Google it, okay?
In other words,
But if this AI continues to grow, it will become more than just a piece of software to help people. Some say that an AI like this might someday replace people. And that is why it's called Alter Ego. A fine choice then, I must say. It can create memories, have thoughts, and grow up. The process isn't much different from how humans work. If you were to raise your own AI that way, it would make perfect sense to refer to it as your alter ego. Wow, you really caught on quick to that whole situation, in a distressing sort of manner.
I see.
A second perfect personality that can never forget or grow old. That's what Chihiro created. That's alter ego. Kyoko, how do you know so much about this?
Are you okay?
Anyway,
with
so he
this?
fixed the broken laptop and put his own program on there. That is what this means, yes? Then he brought the machine to his dressing room where the mastermind would not be able to see it.
But you know, all this about Master and whatnot. yes. I believe I'm on fire.
I thought you were only in a 2D.
This is the most excellent 2D possible.
But he's a guy, and also a computer program. Yasuhiro. Look, I can already hear you revving up to judge me when I make out with this laptop, okay? For one of a variety of reasons. No, it can't replace the real Chihiro. I wouldn't. I couldn't. But it's not that I didn't consider it.
Oh, that aspect is no problem.
I mean,
That aspect? Anyway, let's talk to him a little more. Kyoko typed away rhythmically. How much do you know about what's going on? Master only gave me a general idea, but I do know that things have become very grave. He found himself caught up in this without warning. Kyoko immediately shot out another question. Why are you here? Kyoko, I think it has voice recognition. You could probably just ask it. Are you asking what Master had planned for me? Well, he wanted me to analyze the massive number of files stored on this laptop. I believe the files are related to the school, but the protection on them is surprisingly strong, so it's taking me a little longer than I thought. It's impossible, then, that it's a coincidence that he was the next one to die. I don't believe that for a second. He was this close to a breakthrough on messing with the Mastermind's laptop, and then Mondo just happened. That radiates sketch to me, particularly with the mention that we saw from Monokuma and interacting with the other presumably one of the students saying that she got to work before anyone else did when the first killer was not a she. Although, unless they were talking about Sayaka, but I don't think so. Wait just a goddamn second. You're not gonna tell me. Hang on a minute. So the first murder was Leon, but he protested even all the way to the end. And the second one was Mondo, who says he blacked out and doesn't remember doing it. I've got a very, very nasty feeling that all these murders so far were framed in some way or another. Maybe this next chapter will make me rethink that, but this is all starting to feel very suspicious all of a sudden. So it's taking me a little longer than I thought. But here's what Master must have been thinking. The fact that... Oh, you call him that too? The fact that the files are protected so tightly means they must contain some important secret. For example, perhaps the secret of the school. I was busy struggling to make a sound. Kyoko pushed forward and asked her next question. How much longer until everything's unlocked? It's gonna be a while.
Leave it to me.
But I'm definitely gonna do it, so you can just leave it to me. That was so weird, because it's Dorothy Elias Fawn saying it, even though the voice is fairly different. I had instant flashbacks to Mercedes saying it whenever she levels up. Strength, let's have that strength to 30. Yeah! Nice. But I'm definitely gonna do it, so you can just leave it to me.
See.
So because of how long it would take, he designed Alter Ego to handle the workload. Smart. It also means that the work remains uninterrupted even after his death. Once again, Kyoko typed quickly. Keep it up, but be careful not to let the mastermind notice you. Don't worry. I've got a secret plan already, just in case. Actually, I can see what's going on just using my built-in webcam, so if anyone suspicious shows up, I'll just scream for help real loud. It's a pretty basic plan, I have to say.
Yes,
That he's fine during the day, but nighttime is a concern. Huh? Why? Because our rooms are all soundproof.
Are you okay
Have you
with
forgotten? All our rooms are completely soundproof. Once we close our doors, he can scream as loud as he wants, but we won't hear a thing. Okay, then, how about once it's nighttime, we each take turns guarding the dresser room? Oh, that sounds a little troubling. And it'll certainly let Monokuma know what we're up to. Doesn't it make more sense to keep it in someone trustworthy's room? Which basically means Kyoko. Actually, I would trust Sakura with it.
However,
There's a good chance the mastermind would notice us all going in and out of the dressing room like that. Then what can we do?
so then,
Once nighttime comes, I'll leave the door to my room open. And there's no way I can miss Alter Ego yelling. But if you leave your door open all night, then...
it's true.
There's a chance I may become a victim myself, I know.
However,
But I'm not as weak as you may think. I wouldn't go down without a fight, I assure you. There was an undeniable strength in her voice when she said that. She was totally confident she would be okay. I'm not going to pretend that that wasn't the hottest thing I've ever heard, but... I'm still not over Chihiro, okay? So can you talk to me like a weak Kyoko? My confidence was somewhat similar to Byakuya's tone, but at the same time different. Yeah, it had an entirely different feel for sure. Like someone who'd been dropped onto a battlefield versus someone who'd been born on a battlefield. I felt like that was the fundamental difference. I was pulled out of my thoughts by the voice suddenly emanating from the laptop. Would you mind if I asked a few questions? I haven't seen Master for a while. When you got here, I thought it was him, but... Is Master... For a split second, Kyoko seemed to not know what to do. But she recovered just as fast and quickly began typing. Her answer was clear, concise, direct. Chihiro is dead. Mondo killed him.
Okay then.
I see. Okay then. Me reacting to the entirety of chapter 2. To be honest, I knew all along. I knew the chances that Master would survive this situation were very low. So I was prepared for this moment. At least one of us was.
Somehow I feel kind of sorry for her.
I can't even imagine how it must feel to lose your other self. It is a simple computer program. It does not have feelings.
Are you sure about
shall
that?
we go?
Anyway, that's enough for today. If we linger here too long, the mastermind will start to suspect something. According to Chihiro, it doesn't have feelings in full awareness yet. And then Kyoko typed one last sentence. I'll come back later. Yes, please do. It's a promise, okay? Bye-bye. The AI seemed totally different from when we first arrived. He seemed upbeat. Was it just because he was following his programming? Or could he have actually been worried about us?
Could it be?
Well, if it's a somewhat accurate copy of Chihiro, he probably was worried. What's wrong, Hiro? Oh, nothing. I was just wondering if we might be able to get this laptop online. Then we could call for help from the outside. This is just a dressing room. I don't think you can get online from here.
Well,
Well, if we take it out of here and find somewhere that does have online access.
That's way too dangerous. The mastermind would find out in no time.
Oh, yeah, true.
Indeed.
This is no time for taking needless risks. For now, I'll monitor the progress of the file analysis. I'm confident we'll uncover some kind of clue once it's finished. This feels like a detour more than anything else, but I suppose it can't be helped.
of course.
Well, for now, all we can do is wait for Alter Ego to finish his work.
You know?
So, should we get going?
It's true.
Indeed.
Goodbye. We'll be back, I promise.
Come on, Eve and me, let's go.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we all left the dressing room. That was a turn I absolutely didn't see coming. It seems the point has been taken away from it's all a simulation.
Isn't it awesome?
Sorry, I didn't read Makoto's line about her shouting joyfully.
I ended up doing something totally awesome, right?
And as if he'd been waiting for his cue.
He has gained enough experience to level up! So, what was this awesome something? Monokuma, you guys all seem in remarkably good spirits. Did something happen?
No, nothing in particular.
Ooh, keeping secrets? No fair. I demand an exclusive interview, and I denied super denied.
Yeah, just because you demand something doesn't mean we have to do it.
Do it? You mean like, do it?
Wait, what? What do you mean, do it?
Ew, gross! You said do it! What? You said it first!
We were just talking about going to the bathhouse. We have not had a chance to relax in some time. But unfortunately, the bathhouse is not divided into men and women sections, so we decided to do rock, paper, scissors to decide which group should go first. Hina won the match for us, and that is why we are all so pleased.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, okay boys, why don't you head on back to the dining hall or something? We're gonna take a nice long bath.
Hey, come on.
Geez, what are you gonna do, right? We lost fair and square. Well, ladies, shall we go? Celeste isn't hesitating coming up with the ruse, and her poker face didn't even flinch. So she and the other girls headed back into the dressing room.
Damn it, we totally lost! Another day without getting to take my very first bath here.
Yeah, but tomorrow, for sure. You'll definitely get the bath tomorrow.
Okay, so should we head back to the dining hall now? Hold on! Something strange here. Very strange.
Strange? What do you mean?
What's strange is this is the perfect chance for you to sneak a peek!
Huh?
You're absolutely right.
He's absolutely wrong. I thought you were all about the 2D.
All of you need to shut up, sit down, and listen to what I have to say. An opportunity like this doesn't come along very often. It's the ideal setting of a man's fantasy.
What happened to all the sexual terrorism stuff you were prattling on about? Shut up and let us eat our goddamn bell peppers. I was forced to ask myself, should I sneak into the bathhouse like Monokuma said, or just quietly go back to the dining hall? No, I can't do it. I can't treat the girls like that. Let's back to the dining hall. Why would she even consider it at this time where cooperation is vital?
What? But what about your man's fantasy?
Listen, I don't know how to tell you this, but that is very few men's fantasy. Walking in on a bunch of your friends naked, apropos of nothing, and having them remember it for the rest of their lives. I'm not sure a real man's fantasy should be about spying on girls and stuff. It should be more about your hopes or your dreams of adventure or whatever. But anyway, I'm not going to spy on them.
They see, I can't even describe my bitter disappointment that Primo fan service could have been yours.
Man, shut up. We headed back to the dining hall, leaving Monokuma standing there alone. But to be honest, even I was a little reluctant to turn down the offer. Makoto, no you weren't. Look inside yourself. I don't believe you.
Fantasy, my fantasy.
So I guess you dig the real thing just like any other guy, huh?
The only reason I care is because it's good reference for creating figurines. A real life woman is useless to me, but looking at their naked form might be okay. Maybe.
No way.
The girls heard you say that, we'd all be dead meat for sure. No Kiyotaka. Meanwhile, we heard the buzzing of busy voices growing louder. The girls had finished their baths and joined us in the dining hall.
You got it.
Ah, man, what a nice bath!
Fine.
Getting a chance to stretch out and relax after all this time was a true pleasure.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Of course.
Normally, after a long bath, I like to make myself a nice protein coffee, but
No time for that!
So in the end,
that's what I figured.
Huh?
Actually,
Wait, it's already nighttime? We were just saying in the bath how it was about time for you to get up to something.
Because
After seeing how happy we were, an evil little monster like you would never let that last for long.
You're all so terrible to me. Everyone's so cold and mean. Even after I got presents for you all.
Presents?
Oh, have I got your attention? Let's head to the gym where your presents await. No questions, no dilly-dallying. Get a move on and everything will become clear.
I really don't like the sound of that.
What is it? What are you scheming this time?
would seem
He's probably going to repeat the same thing again, providing us with a motive to get things moving. That's what I was worried about. Again? I don't want to do this anymore. Me either. I'm like totally traumatized. It's okay. We have alter ego. I'm sure he'll find something that'll help us. So for now,
correct.
we have to just endure it, come what may. Why bother even going to the gym at this point? It can't be something we want to see. Well, I guess he'll just bring it to our rooms if we don't. So this episode stretched on a bit. I was rambling so much at the beginning that I felt like going a little longer just to make sure we actually got to a bit of progress. With heavy feet, we made our way to the gym. When we arrived, there was already someone waiting for us.
What?
To be kept waiting by the likes of you. Rest assured, if we had access to firearms, you'd all be dead. God damn, dude. Myakuya, did you get here early? Did you forget how to walk? Was that why you're late? It's simple. Right foot, left foot. Right foot. The same as always, I see. Head on the other hand.
What the heck?
Oh, she's back to Debbie Down herself, huh? I heard what sounded like a sneeze and she was back to her old self.
So now she goes from manic to depressive whenever she sneezes? Seems kind of late to add that into the mix. And why does everyone keep making fun of me? I hope you all win the lottery and get hit by the bus. So when you want to say something mean, then you can talk, huh? Anyway, it looks like everyone's
So
here.
then,
I mean, I feel bad for her also, but she has been pretty uncouth as well, so I can't say everyone's annoyance with her is not justified. Which means... something stupid, I'm sure. Sproink.
You guys?
It looks like everyone's here. So then, let's get started.
What?
Come on, out with it. What kind of motive have you prepared for us this time?
Whatever you subject us to, we will not break. Yeah, that's right. We're not going to lose to you ever again.
Come on.
You don't have to get so defensive. Calm down. I've decided to change things up a bit this time. Up till now, I've been using the whoosh of the north wind to get y'all moving. But sometimes, you gotta use the sun to light a fire under someone's butt.
Without
present's gonna
further
be-
ado, I give you
Relics from our normal life or videos of how everyone's doing on the outside or something?
this.
Oh, I don't like that.
$1 million.
Oh, okay.
I prepared this graduation present for whichever lucky student makes it out of here alive.
Dude,
What do
like
you
we care
think?
about money at
It's
this point.
$10 million. 10 million smackaroos.
And again, we're in Japan, but whatever.
It's like totally wowie, wow, wow. Am I right?
It's a bit like wowie wow wow. If I could be sure they weren't counterfeit. So that's the motive you prepared, is it? $10 million is... That's not nearly enough.
it's true.
When it comes to motives, money certainly is the gold standard, so to speak. Ah, gold standard. This Kyoko. What a card. Whether it's in a mystery novel or the real world.
But there's no way we'd kill each other for money.
She's right. You can't simply purchase a person's life. You could say 10 million or however much. I don't give a crap. For serious. Oh, but Yasuhiro, you were talking to us about your money problems earlier. Don't.
Yeah, they're all right. But there's 10 million or any other amount of money. Not even just money. From now on, no matter what you do, we won't kill our friends. Come on! Stop trying to act tough! The most important thing is to live a pure and moral communal life.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving his words on stage along with the massive sum of money.
There's nothing to worry about, right? Nobody would kill a friend for money, right?
You'd be so quickly forgotten the lesson from last time. You can't judge others by your own standard.
Yeah, there might be someone here who's having money problems.
Personally, I've earned over $1 million from my gambling efforts. My life is comfortable. Yasuhiro, please. Please, my guy. That $10 million isn't going to do you any good if they have you on video murdering someone for it. Murdering the rest of us for it.
Hey, for me? What about you? I'm a super popular content creator. I don't have any problem making enough money to buy my comics and DVDs. Then,
Just stop. Pressing others about their personal finances is ugly.
ugly?
Don't worry. Either way, whatever's going to happen will happen without warning. Oh good, I won't worry then. That is the nature of this game. Why don't we just agree to split the money? He didn't say we couldn't take it. He said he prepared it for whoever
It's a
lives.
school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
Like, if we all put it in our own dorms, then we can be sure no one's gonna kill for it because their dorms get locked up. Oh, except Kyoko's, I guess. Although, I don't understand why Kyoko was all like, we can't go into the the bathhouse dressing room all at once. Monokuma will get suspicious, but apparently is going to leave her door open every night, as though that isn't suspicious.
As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
Yo-ho.
Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Wouldn't that be just a tragedy if we did? It's that time already, huh? Before we separate, let me remind you, starting tonight, I'll be leaving my room door open to make sure nothing happens to Alter Ego. Oh, they don't have microphones in here? That seems like the sort of thing you shouldn't say. It's in earshot of Monokuma. I guess these security cameras are visuals only? Unless she's whispering this. But just because my door is open, don't assume that will make me an easy target, or the predator may suddenly find itself the prey. Her voice was so calm and composed, but it was clear she meant what she said. Although, if someone then died in your room, it would be everyone's immediate assumption that you killed them. In a way, defending yourself would be a problem. Although I suppose maybe just the threat of that, because it's pretty easy to believe that she means what she says. That might be enough to deter any would-be killer. Okay, let's just everyone head back to our rooms. And don't think about that whole money thing, got it? Good, then let's break. How was that? Pretty good, right, Taka? I didn't even know he was here. Right. When I thought that we'd be losing Taka, I didn't think we'd be losing him emotionally. As soon as I was back in my room, I crawled into bed. Money. There's no way that's going to get to anyone to kill anyone else. I told myself that, but deep in my heart I was still troubled. After all, I thought the same thing last time about having our secrets revealed. Even if the reason for it seems completely nonsensical, a murder can still happen. That's the lesson we learned. But this time it's different, I'm sure of it. Because of the program Chihiro left behind, Alter Ego, we finally have some small hope to grasp onto. As long as we have that, then I'm sure... And again, Celeste said she didn't think Alter Ego was worth anything.
Little kids have it so easy because they can put Lil in front of their name and they right off the bat everyone thinks they're cute. Oh, fine then. I want everyone to start calling me Lil Monokuma. See, just by adding that, my cuteness goes up by like at least 10%, right? Yeah, the world doesn't have nearly enough Lils. More Lils would lead to the salvation of the world. Just imagine Lil arsonist, Lil war criminal, Lil destruction of the environment, Lil hit and run, Lil death tax, Lil Great Depression.
The darkest subject can suddenly become brighter. Our dreams are expanding. Ding ding.
That's probably the one that's made the most sense so far. Except for the one that was just a direct attack on Makoto's character. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m., and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine!
I theorized that after 3 days or however many, something bad will happen to Alter Ego. And then we'll all be like, we don't know who broke it! And then we have to kill each other for the money, it's the only way. That's where it'll all end up.
Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Well then, guess I should head to the dining hall. Man, this has been stretching on way long, but I was really dragging my feet at the beginning for a plethora of reasons. Oh, I haven't had a chance to check Makoto's room this chapter. I was dragging my feet at the beginning of this video for sure a whole bunch. With all the everything, and I had a lot of notes, so I kind of want to just get up to the free point time. Assuming that's close by. Before I stop this episode. I still haven't had to open my toolkit yet. I shouldn't really be surprised that no one's used theirs yet, but I kind of was expecting one of the first kills would involve it. Oh, I mean, the first murder case involved it, I suppose. I'll be super late for the meeting if I go back to sleep now. It's my lint roller. I haven't used it since then. I mean, it's only been like 4 or 5 days since then. Probably hasn't gotten that bad. It's the same normal trash can as before. Is it okay that we don't recycle anything here? Except for hiding places, I guess. Bright and early, everyone. How's it feeling? Hey, Chihiro. Good morning. Oh. Sakura. Good morning. Good morning, Sakura. Did you just wake up? Yeah. Waking up for our breakfast meeting is fine, of course, but getting up a little early is better. You can exercise in your room till nighttime ends. A big meal after working up some sweat is divine. Sorry.
Hey, Makoto.
I haven't got the energy in my bones these days. Hey, morning, Makoto. Good morning. You're kind of sweaty. Have you been exercising? Yeah, me and Sakura were doing our morning workout. Oh, but I didn't break our nighttime promise. I just ran around my room till it ended. Why don't you come with us next time? I don't think I can keep up with you and Sakura. Seriously? Okay, then we can do something in the rec room. I'm not good at much, but I do know how to play Othello. I'm not very good at that either, though. I don't like to think of what I'm playing, so... You're having so many cute moments, you and Sakura, in this chapter. Eat for me.
Well,
Good morning. Morning? Actually, it's a great morning. A morning that has blessed my entire future. Really? It feels like any other morning to me. Maybe you can't tell, but my soul is positively overflowing with strawberries today. Oh, I'm off! That was bizarre. I mean, even for him.
Worrisome a little, also. Knowing his habits, and I mean that in the least judgmental way possible.
Could it be?
So, the people here today are the same as yesterday, just a 7. Byakuya and Toko are a lost cause, but
It looks like Talk has decided to stop coming for good, too.
it's like he's just given up. For people wound as tight as he is, when you snap hard. I wish there was some way to make him better. On another topic, Kyoko, did everything go alright last night?
Indeed.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems. I went and checked on the laptop a little while ago, and there weren't any problems there either, but Kyoko seemed to hesitate, but it's related to this case, so I suppose I should be blunt.
Anyway.
I have to make a new rule. Using alter ego without permission is prohibited. Oh, I wanted to visit it just to hear his voice. Someone going in and out of the dressing room would draw unwanted attention from the mastermind. I would have thought that would be obvious. Why do we need to make a rule about it?
Wow.
That's a good question. Do you have any thoughts on that, Hifumi?
No, it's just like you said. We all need to be very careful. Whatever, let's just hurry up and eat. We don't have time to stand around flapping our lips.
Jeez, why are you talking like a pissed off drill sergeant all of a sudden? Can you not imagine a reason why? It faded out and then like faded back in and then faded out again. We ate breakfast in a rush, then headed back to our rooms. I guess the disappearing of the UI means it's free time again? Oh, at long last! What should I do today? I don't know, Makoto. My world is cloudy. All is dark. But I know one thing we should do today, and that's go to that bloody physics lab side room that I didn't get to check, because there's got to be at least one coin. And perhaps other things of note as well. I do like Hina as well, so I wouldn't mind getting a few supports with her. I mean, there's no one really left in this bunch that I don't want to talk to at all. But since I have a great fear that Sakura is in danger, one way or another, I kind of like to prioritize having a few with rendezvous with her. Oh, that's all so bloody morbid to think about right now. Hina! Of course, if it gives me, do you want to cheer up Hina? Of course I'll try. Each and every person has to do their job. The cooperation of each player is true teamwork. That's a quote from the famous rugby player Yuji Matsuo. We gotta do the same thing. Cooperate so we can survive. That's very nice. Make no mistake, I'm gonna get guilted into it basically every time it says, do you want to cheer up X? Because if one of them dies, I don't know if I'll be able to handle Makoto's guilt from not having taken the opportunity to cheer them up when he could have. Righty. Finally getting a chance to look at this room. Security camera. Not sure what these are supposed to be. This is a tarp. It's a pretty ordinary item overall. Save the coin! Pendulums, wheels, rail segments, all the equipment scattered all over. All covered in dust too. They obviously haven't been used in a long time. It's a bunch of files here. Old lab files or research data. So yeah, what I was saying about the mono machine, it seems like mostly the multiple coins thing is only for when you're like really down to the last, like 90% chance of a repeat and stuff. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. I'd much rather be able to watch regular TV. Alright, there was nothing much of interest here. So just before we close this episode out, let me just go spend all my coins. If it gives me a goddamn tracksuit or protein powder, I'm going... I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. Makoto, actually, never mind. So what did you want? I'm not sure just yet. In some ways, death. It's cool that Chihiro still gets to be a part of the story in a fairly major way, though, with this alter ego system. I can't help but feel slightly patronized by it, if I'm honest. Even though I know that's impossible. That it was designed with that intent. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna carry on with just one at a time for the moment, until we've got to like 90%, and then I might consider using multiple coins. Wow, that was a really long delay before the music started up again. Is that a new one? Yeah, some kind of like canned beans or soup or something. Oh, 2 luckies in a row. Wow. That's new. An anvil? And another lucky, holy. Hey, you really are the ultimate lucky student, Makoto. Shouldn't have doubted. I'm not sure about that. Oh. God. Okay, I'm better. Just had to punch the sadness out of me for a minute there. Apparently we're up at 80%, so I must have got some new I didn't notice. Unless it was the 2 doll things that did that. Oh, I'm a figurine of Princess Pudgy, what's her face? Demon Angel Star Pretty Pudgy whatever. Cup Noodle! That was a new one apparently also. A rotary phone. Guess it's like something you might have on a detective's desk. Two pairs of scissors in a row. Are they trying to tell me something? Another double lucky. Oh, is this the bucket and a towel thing I've heard of? It wasn't a bucket and a mop then. In any event, I can't see. Imagine who I'd give that to anyway. A golden fish bird pendant thing. Donuts. Oh, I guess we know something we could give to Hina. Could probably figure out who the the student correspondent with Monokuma is if we just gave the Hope's Peak ring to everyone and saw what their reactions were. Granted, Celeste is purporting that she's just accepting her life because she has no choice here, so she might like it for that reason. That might not tell us anything, I guess. A C-clamp of some kind? Or a vice grip, whatever you want to call that. I'm not sure we know of anyone who's like super into construction. Guess it might be helpful for like figurines and desk setups and stuff, so maybe something Ifumi could want. With the frequency of these luckies, that does seem like yet another fairly strong incentive to keep doing them one by one for the time being. Perhaps if we're at like 95% repeat, and we get like another 100 coins from the next mission or whatever, we could start doing them by like the 20s or something. Although you'd have to put in way more than that for it to really be worth anything. A green cosplay suit. It's the Kermit the Frog suit to match the Elmo. No comment? A scimitar? Oh, all sorts of murder weapons we get from the magic Mono machine. It's a much nicer fanfare that happens when it says lucky than when you actually get an item. An old-timey radio? Cat? Dog? Oh, it's a very adorable looking comic of some kind. That photograph of Leon and Chihiro and Mondo being all normal. What the odds that means we've all been, like, implanted with fake memories. How we got into this place. And those people were actually, like, totally... not overly remarkable ultimate anythings. Well, no, that can't all be because we've seen evidence that some of their skills have come into play. Chihiro is actually an ultimate programmer, Leon is actually an ultimate baseball star, etc. Never mind, that doesn't make much sense. I was wondering, how would Makoto have... Because Makoto also researched them before he came here, but I was like, oh, well, maybe that's also a fake memory, but considering we've seen evidence of their skills being actually put to use, seems improbable. Plus, I think we have fairly advanced science, but I don't think we have quite anything... I think they're trying to say we don't have anything quite like that in this game world yet. 94! Did we get something else new and I didn't notice? Sorry, we might have done. I thought it was 93 last time I looked. Interesting looking glasses. Oh, is that meant to be the golden gun from GoldenEye? One way or the other, we got up to 96% repeat percentage, which means there's only like 2 or 3 or 4, I think, presents we've never gotten, which is good. Prismatic hardtack, a tough, long-lasting cracker that... Wow, sorry. A tough, long-lasting cracker that you use mainly as an emergency ration. Each piece contains a full 7 different flavors. Okay. Sonic Cup of Noodle. Instant noodles. Fill it with boiling water and it's ready in 3 seconds. Of course, also goes bad in like 30. Flotation donut. Gigantic donut that acts, doubles as a flotation device. And naturally you can snack on it while floating out to sea. Comes in a variety of styles. Wait, it's a for real, actual, oversized donut? What the hell? So we're missing some kind of accessory here in the kitten hair clip, bracelet, and then these rings. Glasses. They say that while wearing these while performing incantations will help you better speak with the target of your spell. That's a reference? I don't get it. Emperor's Thong, designed solely for those in control of their buttocks. For better or worse, it's unisex. I don't think anyone should have to wear it, so I suppose that's worse. Demon Angel Princess Figure, a collectible figure of Princess Piggles, the popular heroine from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess. Muramasa, the Demon Blade. The strongest weapon ever made. It's great for dungeon diving and lets you warp through walls. Of course, it doesn't actually exist in this reality, so it's a minigame, like a figurine, is that what you're saying? Golden gun, a replica of the gun preferred by a famous assassin. It's not really much good by itself. You can't even cock it. You need to find the golden bullets around, of course. Silent receiver, a phone that for some reason doesn't let you hear the person on the other end and doesn't let them hear you. Old-timey radio, that's literally what it's called. A radio with a retro exterior but state-of-the-art technology inside. Of course, there's no reception in the school, so you can't hear anything anyway. Golden airplane, a golden sculpture said to represent a plane or a spaceship. It's found in the ruins in Colombia, dated to around 1000 CE, indicating to some that it represents an oop art. Seems like most of the oop art things are to be of some interest to Yasuhiro. Vice. A tool used to grip and stabilize materials like metal to shape and fix it. Somehow, just the name conveys a strong sense of power. Bojobo dolls. Made from seeds and coconut fiber, these are used in Buddhist prayers. You determine your wish based on how you position your arms and legs. Neat. Cat Dog Magazine. You might think it has to do with pets, but it's more related to beds. It's a guide for junior high and high school students to help with their, physical health. Green costume. As soon as you put this on, you'll feel like you can take on any challenge. It represents a stereotypical dinosaur. A man's fantasy. A wash basin intended to give you the courage to seek out a true man's fantasy, specifically in public bathhouses. I really, really hope I was wrong. This is not the item you meant contains an optional scene. I've had just about goddamn enough of optional hot spring scenes on this channel. Crazy Diamond, proof that you've cleared chapter 2. Oh yeah, the Crazy Diamond was the name of his gang. It's Mondo's old trench coat, which has the name of the country's greatest biker gang leader embroidered onto it. Oh, no, it was his name? Like his code name or whatever? Interesting. So I'm assuming it's like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and then max bond with Sayaka, Leon, character A, B, C, all the way to, like, everyone getting max bond with them gets you some kind of icon of completion. But if I'm reading this right, we have 3 gifts remaining in the game. So it might actually be sensible the next time we come into some coins to put in like 40 at a time so that we get 360s. Or maybe it makes more sense to do like 10 at a time. I'll have to crunch some numbers anyway. Well, that's all for now. Next for the channel is going to be a compilation of moments where I burst out laughing. Not in this game, obviously. No, I think probably a fair few clips have gone into that compilation from this game. Not necessarily for this part 1, but I've laughed many times at this game. Anyway, that's what's going up next, after which is more of this, so look on out for that. I know I won't be. And that's all for now. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Ladies' talents. Ooh, there's a treasure chest here that I never found somehow before. Yoink! Please be a straight beat. Oh, Steel Soul's on me. I'll take that as well. Alright, excuse me while I wander around for a bit before I remember what